Hello, and we're going to do a quick little video on this. This is Kingdom Core class, are they calling them nowadays? Kingdom, whatever it is, Rattrap. First thing first, it's got weapon storage, which is this little flat tab. That'll go into the slot here. I suppose if you want the gun upside down, you can put it on that side too, but we'll get into that more in roll mode. Here is the rat. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever seen a rat, but that ain't one. This is like a... Thanks, dog. This is like a mouse or a vole or something like that. This is too small and skinny to be a rat. It doesn't work. It's too small. It's too small. It's too skinny. It just doesn't... Nah, sorry. And sadly, the tail isn't painted. You know, because the tail is supposed to be skin. So it'd be the same colour as the skin. Like the inside of the ears, the nose, the paws. You know, it should be skin colour. And this is not. And it bothers me. Other than that, it's very stylized, you know, it's all skinny, you know, it's a rat that doesn't get a lot of food, who knows. Face is very small. It's quite a pretty thing, I'm just not convinced it's a rat. And the underneath is just, yeah. Now, just to show how small it is, let's just do a couple of size comparisons. I've only got a couple available. So here is Vertebrake from the same line. And it's probably not dissimilar body-wise, but Vertebrake's all tall and spindly, so it seems bigger. Whereas this is little short and dumpy and stuck to the floor. But Vertebrake's got a lot more character. And possibly the most important size comparison, my very original Beast Wars Rattrap. Oh yes. Whereas you see how this one's fat and its face is, you know, sharp, and it's got pointy teeth, really badly painted on. This one's much more of a rat than this. This is, like I said, it's like a mouse or something. It's very small. It's, you know, this is precious. This is like one of my very first Beast Wars. I had like the Optimus and Megatron 2-pack, Cyber Shark, and then after that, I'm not sure. He was probably quite early on though, because, you know, it's cool. And possibly has cobwebs on it. Okay. Let's get those out. Okay, moving off to the side. Now, this is actually my second one, because my first one actually got destroyed. I'll try and put a picture there. It should be there somewhere, hopefully, if I put this in properly. It got absolutely mangled. The dog chewed it. It was a Christmas present, apparently, and it got destroyed. So, sadly, that one was no good to anyone. So I found a second one cheap and, you know, gifted myself. So let's transform this, shall we? Okay. So what I do is we're going to turn it upside down. Great. So what we need to do is get these leg pieces, and they just sort of hook. There's this little tab there that just sort of fits into this groove. It doesn't hold it, it's just more as a guideline. To get that loose, put it all on this ball joint so it's kind of out of the way. Same on this side. And now we need to get... How can I sell you this? There's a tab on this grey piece that goes into the side of what's clearly the leg. So you just need to try and wriggle that out. There you go. So that's out. And do the same on this side, so try and get that out. Go on. There you go. So those are detached. Now we reach back here and we get the hands and we just pop those loose, which allows us to bring this up. Here they've got this tab here, alright, this tab and this tab that go into holes in the backs of the arms. So we can pop those loose and we'll just leave it like that for now. And you might think this is a bit of a mess, but this is basically the core of how we start it. From here, we fold open the side. Make sure that one is actually out. Fold open the side. And there, it's done. What do you think? No, alright, okay. From here, it's basically just straightening up. So we got the legs, we straighten so that this notch that it was originally tabbed into goes there. Turn the foot to face the front. And turn the leg so it's facing the front of the robot. Turn all these around, turn that around, turn that around, turn around every now and then. Anyway. Okay, legs done. Get these, and these pieces are tabbed again onto the grey piece here. So I need to untab and bring on silver pin there. This whole piece up. Untab, whole silver piece up. And then rotate it around and straighten them up to your preference. Groovy. Up, around, straighten up to your preference, la da da da. Now we need to get this piece, just wriggle it forward a little bit, fold it all the way through, turn the head around, and if you look in there, there's a double hinge. We just need to hinge this up into place, and then rotate the tail back, and that brings this big hook here, which just hooks into that back piece there. And that, everybody, is Rattrap in robot mode. And he doesn't look bad. He doesn't look bad. As far as, you know, him walking off the screen, he's not far off. I mean, the paint could be a little better, but he's not far off. But then you get into practice on him. You go, oh, okay, I'm going to get you to, you know, raise your arm up and point that way. I can't turn it that way. Oh, I have to turn his arm that way and then bring it forward. These shoulders, even from the very first promo pictures and stuff, these shoulders are just, ugh. Don't know who thought this was a good idea. I don't know why they couldn't have just made an L shape to have the ball joint this way and it would have fixed everything. I don't know. But for some reason, these weird shoulders are just, they're not right. They are the main problem with this whole mould. Other than that, it looks fine. And these thighs may or may not be filled in. But that would be an extravagance, which we're not going to talk about. But he's got nice enough little details moulded in, things like that, you know. Something a lick of paint would have brought out. He looks fine. The head's pretty good, even with the little silver teeth, you know. Brain moulded in, because for some reason his brain was out. He looks fine. He's alright. He's okay. He's fine. He's a little diddy fellow. He's fine. And he comes with his gun, which we'll take a look at. And, you know, it's got some detail and stuff moulded into it, but nothing's picked out. Nice little hole at the end of the barrel, yeah. It's got that tab for, I was going to say vehicle mode, beast mode. It's got this tab, which you can use to plug into that square in the back there and store the gun. Come on, eyes back. At least it's storage. I mean, you know, you can't complain too much. I mean, I'm sure in the cartoon he stored it on his leg, but there's no way to do that. But we'll pop it into his hand, and he looks like that. And he's all right. Like I say, I know a lot of people hate him. They think he's terrible. Ninja Bill, for example, can't stand him. But he's fine. To me, he's a Christmas present, kinda. So I'm not going to hate him too much. But he's fine. Let's get your size comparison. Get the original one in. And, oh, you know what? It's so difficult. I'm going to have to transform it on screen. Come on. There we go. Oh, look, it's transformed. What a shame. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the stupid automorphy flip gimmick, but you know what? It is quick. I can't argue with them. And I like to turn these back, personal preference. And this is the original Rattrap. I think I've reviewed this. And what a size difference. It's not just the beast mode, he's huge compared to him. If you want to see the weapon, you gotta get it out in 2 separate pieces, because that was weird, but it's cool. You know, imagine Rattrap building his gun. Yeah. Like that guy from Alien Resurrection, building it from his wheelchair. Anyone seen that film? Must have seen that film. Plug that into the hand. See? I want the arm to go forward and out to the side. Yeah? Why am I in a stylish, dramatic shooting pose? So up and out to the side. Whereas with him, okay, I want him to go up and out to the... Oh, I can't do it. Okay, so we're going to go out to the side and forward like he's a gangster. Is he going to pop a cap? I don't know. So, he's a very odd creature. Very odd indeed, compared to good old original Rattrap. It was beautiful. And if that isn't disco enough for you, here's Combiner Wars wheel Wreckgar, the little one, and Vertebrake just for size comparison. Okay, there you go. So, like I say, he's a weird one. He is. And it's up to you if you actually like him or not. I do, kinda, but with a giant grain of salt. But he's fine. He'll do. You know, considering what the rest of the line's like, his quality's about the same. I mean, I haven't got Rhinox, but yeah. So anyway, that's the end of this review. So, I shall be ugly. I shall wretched. I shall see all of you. You thought the video was over, but no, it is not. Because you say, I couldn't leave little Rattrap the way he was. He was mangled. He was chewed up. He was missing a leg. I couldn't bring myself to bin him, so I didn't. Let me introduce you to Pack Rat. Now, the original Rattrap, this one, was repainted with Pterosaur, I think it was, and they became Fractal and Pack Rat. It's fine, not a big deal. But this one, basically I just painted him blue and built him a new leg out of spares. Because I didn't have this piece that bent this way to give him his, rat leg, I've given him a little peg leg with a pseudo shock absorber. So he's now got like a little peg leg. It works, it'll do. Here's a official Rattrap, just for size comparisons. Okay. And I've got to be a little bit delicate with the transformation because my paint's not the best, but it's a neat enough little thing. Let's pop the gun off. We can have a quick look at said gun. I've just painted a little bit of silver, a little bit of bronze on the piping and stuff. Red dot for the target. Nothing fancy, but it'll do. Okay. And this isn't the best, this leg, but what else could I do? It's better than throwing him in the bin. So, I'll transform it about the same. You know what? In fact, I'm going to pause this and I'll transform it off screen. Ooh. That. And here it is. This is Pack Rat in robot mode. I've picked out some of the pipes and stuff in the back there. The brain is now nice and copper like it should be. Yeah. The arm was chewed up, so I filled it in, made it look more like the fur. He's supposed to be sort of like a whitey cream colour, so that's what I've gone, but I've dirtied him up a lot. This is the leg I made. Made out of the 144th high grade Core Gundam parts, if anyone knows Gundam at all. The back, and I forgot to mention, I painted the tail because it looks better. For example, Here's his non-painted tail. Yeah, that looks a bit wonky there, doesn't it? And he does stand. He stands perfectly well. There's a ball joint here in the ankle, ball joint there, but it seems to hold amazingly well. I was worried about it popping off during the transformation, but you know, it does hold. You know, dirty up the paws and stuff. I should have pointed out this in beast mode, but whatever. I've gone for the mismatching colours to make it look more like it's made out of spares. I'll try and put up some in-progress pictures at the end. But there they are together. Let me just bring this down so you can get a better view. There you go. Give him his gun, and of course you can still store it on the back, and you can't really do anything. You can't pose the figure at all. I did put a little hole in the leg there when I was patching it up, so you can actually store it on the leg. It's more for display purposes. You can't actually do anything with it, but it looks nicer. And the little thing sticking off the side just looks silly, which, you know, it should do. Put his gun on his back because that's the only storage you get. And yeah, so Pack Rat. He was beaten up, he was left for spares, and he's built himself a spare leg. Maybe someone beat him up and stole his leg because, you know, he's a scumbag and he tried to con him. Who knows? But it's better than putting the figure in the bin, and that's what really matters. Right, considering I've got 2 reviews in one, this video is going to be quite long, so I'm going to put the pictures at the end. Feel free to look through them at your leisure, and I'm going to scarper. Toodles!